Hey, how's it going? John Dorsey with work with johnd.net. And today I want to talk about a very, which can be a very sensitive subject for some people, uh, but it has to do with success, becoming successful, getting to the point where you have the things, life accomplishments you want to have. And there's a saying in many circles, especially in the network marketing, online marketing, internet marketing circle, is that uh, if I can do it, you can do it too. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is actually not true. Just because someone else did it doesn't mean that you can do it too. You wanna know why? Because there's a reason why you are currently in the situation you're in, or where you are in life, or at the current status you are at, and it's because that you are currently the kind of person who lives the life you currently live, has the things you currently have, and think the way that you currently think. So the only way that you can, when they say, if I can do it, you can do it too. So let's say this is a person who got involved in a online business or internet marketing business, affiliate marketing, or marketing, and now they're making 5, 6 figures a month, and then they tell you, if I can do it, you can do it too. Well, the reason why that you can't do it is because you, at this current time, aren't the person that you need to be yet to accomplish that. So this is where my little chart comes in. I know my lines aren't straight, but let's say you are here at zero. Now, zero doesn't necessarily doesn't mean that you are a zero, but the point that you're starting at this point, in terms of the growth that you need to have in order to have the accomplishments you want to have. Now, this doesn't just apply to business. You can be a person that's currently in school, or currently uh, working a job and trying to climb the ladder, or trying to get more skills as far as uh, earning more money at whatever you do for a living, or you want to do for a living. So you are here at zero, your starting point. On this axis, we have time. Time can be days, months, or years, because nothing happens overnight. Everything's going to take time. And on this axis, we have growth, personal, social, and financial growth. So what happens when you want to achieve a goal? Or let's go with this achieve, let's say, earning 5 figures a month on an internet business. Since you are here at this point, let's say you're a new person, start from scratch. You just started this business. You don't have much experience of how to operate a online business or any business. So since you're here, so you need to, in order to grow, you would have to dedicate time to learning new skills. So let's put our first dot here. This is our new skills dot. You have to dedicate time to learn new skills. Now that could take days, months, or even years. It's really depends on how fast you learn, and who you're learning it from. But you've already achieved this first level of growth. Now, with these new skills, now you have experience. So, since you have experience, now you can start showing other people how you did the thing you did. Now, let's say your new skill was how to build an email list and get leads. So now you can show other people how to build an email list and get leads. So that will fall into your social growth, because now, since you're showing other people how to do something, now people who don't know how to do the thing that you know how to do now see you as an expert in that certain area. So now your growth now doubles. So let's say now you're at this point as far as time. The time went by, you show other people how to do that skill, your growth doubled, because now your social growth has doubled. Now, along this path, along the way, you also had personal growth, because there are things that you have to learn. There's certain ways you have to think and there's certain things you have to do in order to learn this skill and stick to being able to uh, push through the hard times. And I've talked about that a lot in previous videos, and that's your personal growth, personal development, having the right mindset. Since you're showing people how to do this skill, they now see you as expert as in their eyes. That also increases your financial growth. So now we have more time. As time went by, now you have more growth. So this is social. Now, none of these things ever end. Like, you always learn new skills. And you're always, and when you share those new skills you learn with other people, that helps your social growth. And as your new skills, learn new skills, and your personal development grows, that helps with your, like I said, your personal, social, and financial growth. So let's put financial growth here. So that hits on an interesting point. Notice how long it took for you to get to the financial point, to see a reward from the skills you learned and the people you helped. A lot of times people want the financial growth, or they want the money up front. Bob Proctor says a thing about how people want, when people are cold, they don't say, give me the fire and then I'll throw in the wood. No. If they're cold, they put the wood on, then they get the fire. And in other words, they do the work first. They do the skills that it takes first. They do the thing first to finally get the reward. So if the reward is financial growth, you have to do the work first. You have to learn new skills. You have to help enough people, and then you get the financial reward. And that cycle repeats over and over again. How long it's going to take? Well, I know exactly how long it's going to take. As long as it takes. That's right. No one knows how long it's going to take. It's just going to take as long as it's going to take. And it's kind of up to you as far as how long it's going to take, because it depends on how committed you are, how fast you learn these new skills, how much work you put in to help enough people to finally get the financial reward. And like I said, that cycle repeats. And that, like I said, you get this doubling. So you got the skills, you got the social growth. So we can hop all the way up almost to the top. And you have all these things now. Now, this is very simplistic. Now, I've talked about in other videos that your growth isn't a straight line. But for the sake of this graph and just making things simple, the growth is a straight line. But in reality, it's not a straight line. I've talked about before how your journey will be more along these lines. That's how it's really going to look, because you'll have these ups and downs, these struggles. You'll have these times where you quit. You have the times where you won't be able to put in the work. You have times where the people that you help, aren't really committing to doing the work. You have these you get the financial reward since you're making all this money, whatever amount that is. You get lazy and you don't put in the work as much, and you see your finances drop off, and then you come back, and so this is how it really looks. We can actually put points at each of these, and these dots, of course, represents different struggles, milestones, periods you hit. You notice, people hit these rock bottoms, these bottom points, and shoot back up. And that has to do with personal growth, because as you get into personal development and have a lot of personal growth, it's like if you read the book, or a book I want you to check out is Psycho-Cybernetics. And what that book's talk about is that the mind or the mind is like a cybernetic organism. And what that means is it's, it relates to like how a thermostat works. So let's say you set the thermostat at 75 degrees, keep the room set at 75, keep the temperature in a room at 75 degrees. Anytime the temperature goes above or when the temperature goes below 75 degrees, the thermostat kicks on and turns on the heat and warms the room back up to 75 and cuts off. That's how the mind works. So let's say in your life, the most money you ever earned was, let's say 45K per year was the most money you ever earned at this point. Would you take a job, or could you stay at a job where they was willing to pay you 30K a year? I'm right over myself. Would you? Do you think that if you got a job making 30K, how long would you be able to stick at that job? Not very long, because your financial thermostat now is set at 45K. So the opposite is true. So 45K was so at this point your high point. Let's say you get a job making 60K. Now, since your financial thermostat is set at 45K, when you get a job making 60K, you'll do subconsciously, you will do things where your lifestyle and the amount of disposable income you have is the same as when you were making 45K because of your financial thermostat. And the only way to change that is through personal development. It's getting your mindset right. So this is where you got to study, the greats, the masters, when it comes to, mindset shifts and getting to your subconscious mind, reprogramming your thinking. And that is with, reading the books, that's looking at the videos, that's listening to the audios. They may be wondering, well, how long do I have to do that? As long as it takes. And as a matter of fact, it never ends, because there's struggles that I deal with every day that are habits that I still have. There's habits from when I was a child that I still have. But through personal development, I'm able to manage those habits. So, yeah. So I hope you got some value out of this video and kind of, get what I'm saying about when people say, if I can do it, you can do it too. And when I say, no, you can't, I'm only saying that because only way is because you are not currently the person you need to be to accomplish that thing. So your goal from here on out is to learn how to, or do the things, or do the work required to become the person you need to be to do what this person says that you can do too. Like, just for example, I know I was about to end this video, but one for example, you heard stories, or maybe you haven't, about how someone wins the lottery. They win millions of dollars in the lottery or Powerball or whatever. And the average is 2 to 5 years, that person is right back in the same neighborhood that they were living in when they first won the lottery, because they didn't adjust their financial thermostat like I talked about, and they had the habits of having no money or making very little money, and they basically got the millions of dollars and spent it so fast because their financial thermostat wasn't adjusted. So that's why personal development is so important. Jim Rohn says, if someone gave you $1 million, then you better get fast to becoming a millionaire, or you will lose it. So that's what I say for this video. I hope you got some value out of it. And and check out the resource. I have a lot of personal development stuff on my channel and on my Instagram or whatever. And I've recommended other people, and just do a search for personal development. Do a search for people like Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Bob Proctor, T. Harv Eker. The list goes on and on and on. But if you start with them, they'll lead you to other people. So, like I said, this is it for this video. Got some value out. Like, share, subscribe. If you want to download my 7-step checklist where I have my daily routine that I do to keep my business moving forward. That's at the link below this video or in my bio, depending on where you're seeing this. But remember, you must become the person first before you can get the reward. So that's it for this video. I'll talk to you soon.